afternoon, y'all. I'm Samantha and welcome back to A Little in Light. Today I want to talk about our chickens. Those aren't chickens, they're in the very back. We have our foundation layers and I wanted to talk about the direction we want to go with our flock. A co-worker of my husband's gave us a bunch of these nasty apples, and we gave some to the goats, but they don't agree with Sayla's stomach, so I don't want her having any more. So I'm just gonna take the rest of them to the chickens today. Well, the girls are all taken care of. So let's talk about my flock plans. Our overall farm plan is to be growing 75% of our own food within 3 years. And that's a pretty big goal. If we don't quite reach that, that's okay, but that would be awesome. This first year, I really wanted to focus on gardening, because that's something I haven't done on a large scale before. Actually, our very first successful vegetable plants were grown in pots in the apartment. So very new to the whole gardening thing. And it looks a little rough out there, which is okay. I know that this first season, I am just going to be reaping wisdom, as Jess from Roots and Refuge says. But as far as like animal products go, there's a lot more and it's more expensive to get into, which is why I'm kind of holding off my goals until the next year and then the one after that. I want to have enough laying hens that I don't have to buy eggs. That's like the very minimum that I will accept, I guess. I'm not looking to make money off of really anything on the farm. I went that route last time we had a homestead, and it didn't work. Not really. So this time, I just want to cut out our grocery bill. That's the first thing that I want to happen. And then if there's any extra that we can make money off of, cool. But first and foremost, getting rid of the grocery bill. So I think our eventual number, maybe like 2 years from now, is I would like to have a steady 20 hens. That should definitely produce enough for our family, as well as maybe have some extra for our extended family, like my in-laws that are nearby. And then maybe this coming spring, we'll see. I would like to try meat birds for the first time. I've never done meat chickens. I've raised pigs. Actually, in high school, I had a show pig farm of my own. It was called Sunshine Show Pigs, like S-O-N Shine Show Pigs. And I did pretty well. I really enjoyed it until some bad things happened. We actually raised one for Jerry and I's wedding, and then we roasted it in the ground, like Hawaiian style. So that was something really cool. And then we've raised a lot of meat rabbits before, so I'm completely fine with the home butchering and raising our meat and all that stuff. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. So it'll just be that it's a new species of meat animal. I still have a lot of research to do before I decide to jump in on that. Mostly deciding on a good hatchery and what breed, and I think we want to do a chicken tractor, but I need to make sure how the best way of worming and all that stuff, because we just lost our rabbits to parasites. So there's just a lot of what ifs up in the air. and a lot of questions that I need answered before we think about bringing home 50 meat birds. The laying hens, however, I really don't have a specific breed that I just want. Originally, I wanted to have black Australorps. I just think they're beautiful and they produce well. But now that we have our mismatched flock, I couldn't imagine it any other way. I just want a ton of random chickens. Like, I don't really care. I think it's beautiful to have the mix. And I really like the different colored eggs to go out there and not have just all one color. And again, it's not like I'm going to be selling hatching eggs or anything, so there's no real need in me having a special breed. I really am ready to start growing this flock a little bit. We don't have enough, especially because they're not laying, but we don't have enough to sustain our family as it is, so I would have to continue buying eggs. So I think maybe over the next 6 months or so, I'll try to get like 10 more, just as I can. We have a local Tractor Supply and they have a farm swap the first Saturday of every month. So I'll probably start trying to go to that more frequently and actually look for some chickens now. Nothing big and exciting today, just talking about our flock goals. What are your goals for your flock? Like, if it's a flock you already have, is this your goal flock? Or are you living in an apartment and dreaming about the chickens you're gonna have one day? Do you have like an ideal chicken in mind, or no? Or is it just like, I just need chickens, like I don't even care? What do you have going on? Tell me your thoughts. So that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me talk about my chicken goals. Until we meet again, bye y'all.